Hey guys, what's up? Some here, bringing you a Xbox One versus PS4 video comparison, what to look out, what not to pay attention to, stuff like that. This is a response video to WhatNowJesus' video. I'm sure there will be a link in the description, an annotation on the screen, or a description response in the, or a video response below the video. So you want to go check out his video and watch mine too. That'll be cool. But I'm going to tell you what to pay attention to, what not to pay attention to. There's three things that you want to pay attention to, and that's going to be the exclusives, the service, or the platform, and your friends, where your friends are going. And let's talk about specs, because specs are not that important. Yes, specs are important, but comparing these two, they're almost identical. Yes, the PS4 has a tiny bit of a better bit of specs than the Xbox One, but this generation, with the Xbox 360 and the PS3 I believe had better specs than the Xbox One, and they almost look identical. So the specs are even closer this time around, and they're not going to be a big difference. If you want the best specs for the money that you're going to be paying, which is going to be around 300 to 500 bucks, you could probably buy a pretty good personally built PC that's going to be better and last longer than both of these consoles will. So that's an option, but this video is not about PC and how it's better or worse than the consoles. It's just about these two consoles. As far as these two consoles go, what you're going to want to do is look at three things, like I said: exclusives, platform, and friends. Exclusives, for the PS3, you're obviously going to have Killzone, my bad, and all the Naughty Dog things, which are, I think, Uncharted and The Last of Us and stuff like that. In games like that, everything that Naughty Dog makes is almost Game of the Year worthy. And then Sony also has their Infamous, stuff like that. So if you can't live without one of those titles, you're going to want to go with that console. And for Xbox, you have, of course, Halo, which I'm sure is going to stay exclusive, and Gears of War, which I'm sure is also going to stay exclusively to Microsoft and Xbox. So if you can't live without one of those, which I know a lot of people cannot live without one of those, because that's all they do is play one of those titles, multiplayer, then you're probably going to want to go with Xbox. And I'm sure that Xbox or Activision or whoever, not Activision, but Microsoft is going to get still first DLC on Call of Duty. So if you can't live without Call of Duty, and DLC is one thing that you need to have because you enjoy new maps that much, then Xbox, I'm not sure about this one, is going to be the way to go. Next thing is the platform, Xbox Live versus PlayStation Network. Xbox Live had party chat and had just a better network to me, even though you had to pay $60 a month. It just had a better network, it had a better service, it had a better platform than PlayStation did at the beginning. Yes, PlayStation also changed everything towards the end and became a lot better, but it just never hit the par that Xbox Live had. And that's why, to me, Xbox 360 was the console to have last generation. Now, another thing that I must mention right now is that if one service has something that the other one doesn't, as far as, like, let's use achievements for example. Xbox had achievements and PlayStation didn't. They implemented trophies later on that were basically the same thing. So they will change everything they can to be on par with the other one. So service is also something that you don't really have to pay attention to too much. I mean, you will at first, but I think that everything that Xbox does or PS does and the other one doesn't have it, they will change to get it. So that's one thing. And last, you want to pay attention to your friends. If all your friends are buying a PS4, don't buy the Xbox. It's just, you're not going to have fun unless you're really good at making new friends. Which some of you are out there, but it's just not going to be the same. If you have like a crew that you run with on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, you're going to want to buy the same thing that they're buying. And base your decision off those three things. The games, the exclusives rather, the service, and your friends. Compare all those three, do a positive negative chart for Xbox One versus PS4, and decide which one's better for you. And that's basically what you have to make your decision off of. There's nothing really else that's going to impact your decision and it's going to make you regret not having one than the other. So I will mention the Wii U. It's not even in this competition. I think it's pretty much forgotten about. And yeah, you're going to want to base your decision, like I said, off those three things. Anything else I can think of? Not really. If you guys can think of anything, leave it in the comments that it's going to be much better on the other one than the one before. And yeah. Just watch out for those things, pick a decision off of that, and I'm sure you'll be happy with your decision. I'm almost positive if you pay attention to those things and you base your decision off that, then you will be happy. Me, personally, I have not really been paying attention to the console war if you will, that much. So it's because I play on PC, it's not that big of a deal for me. Only thing I play on console is Call of Duty. So it's not. I haven't been paying much attention, so I'm not the best person to go to on advice. But I do know what to pay attention to because I have watched this happen before with the last generation or this generation with the Xbox and PS4 and the Wii. So yeah, pay attention to those three things and your decision definitely will be better than just basing it off specs and stuff like that. So guys, thanks for watching, appreciate it a lot. If this video helps you out making a decision or gave you any idea which console to go for, then leave a like or comment or maybe subscribe. I would appreciate it a lot. Thanks.